Chapter 15 of the World English Bible. After these things, Yahweh's word came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Don't be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." It's not about your reward, you piece of shit, you selfish, greedy piece of shit. It's not about your reward. The footnote for verse 2, the word translated Lord, is at 809. I don't know what that means. Abram said, "Lord Yahweh, what will you give me, since I go childless? And he who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus." Abram said, "Behold, you have given no children to me, and behold, one born in my house is my heir." Behold, Yahweh's word came to him, saying, "This man will not be your heir, but he who will come out of your own body will be your heir." Yahweh brought him outside and said, "Look now toward the sky and count the stars, if you are able to count them." He said to Abram, "So your offspring will be." He believed in Yahweh, who credited it to him for righteousness. He said to Abram, "I am Yahweh who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldees to give you this land to inherit it." He said, "Lord Yahweh, how will I know that I will inherit it?" It's a weird thing to ask God, like, to his face when he's giving it to you. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, do you not fucking believe I'm God? How did we get this far? What the fuck? But I like you all." He said to him, "Bring me a heifer 3 years old, a female goat 3 years old, a ram 3 years old, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon." He brought him all these, and divided them in the middle, and laid each half opposite the other, but he didn't divide the birds. The birds of prey came down on the carcasses, and Abram drove them away. Why? Why did God want these animals? Why did he want them bisected except for the birds? 3 years old, specifically. Fuck, why? When the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell on Abram. Now terror and great darkness fell on him. He said to Abram, "Know for sure that your offspring will live as foreigners in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them. They will afflict them 400 years. I will also judge that nation whom they will serve. Afterward they will come out with great wealth, but you will go to your fathers in peace. You will be buried at a good old age. In the 4th generation they will come here again, for the iniquity of the Amorite is not yet full." I believe iniquity is sin. It came to pass that, when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a flaming torch passed between these pieces. In that day Yahweh made a covenant with Abram, saying, "I have given this land to your offspring, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites." This is all just horrible, selfish bullshit. How do I get my reward? Kill things for me. Yes, my lord. Like, what the fuck? Now I shall give you things, material possessions. Thank you. Why, though? Why any of this? It's fucked. Fuck. Yeah, I guess I got a whole other version to read. I don't think it's going to be any better. After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram. I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward." And Abram said, "Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus?" And Abram said, "Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir." And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, "This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir." He's gonna poop himself a son. And he brought him forth abroad, and said, "Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them." And he said unto him, "So shall thy seed be." So before it was dust, which I feel like there's way more of. I mean, visibly, if we're talking about visible stars in the sky, I think there's more dust on Earth than visible stars. But like stars in the universe, I have no fucking clue, probably a lot. Either way, he's just saying, you're gonna have so many fucking babies, dude. For real, trust me. I know you haven't had any yet, but you will. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. It's what he wanted to hear. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, Take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she-goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle-dove, and a young pigeon. And he took unto him all these, and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another. But the birds divided he not. And when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that, when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, and the Kenizzites, and the Cadmonites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Rephaims, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. Yep, just senseless barbarism, justified as a God who will get you land. Moses writing prophecies to serve himself. Pretty cool. That's the Bible. That's what my parents used to raise us. Man, what could have been? Thanks for watching.